This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. You are your greatest asset. It's time you started investing in that. Visit betterhelp.com/double toasted and take care of you. First of all, if you're tired of superhero movies, ain't nobody sitting up here trying to tell you that Spider-Man is going to change your mind.
No, it won't.
All right? This is a superhero movie. Like, out of all the superhero movies that are out there, this is the one you don't need to be around. This is the one you don't need to be close to.
Yeah, it's one of the most superhero-y movies you could ever see.
This superhero movie you should stay away from the most. This is 9 movies and 20 years of superhero-ness in one box.
Yes.
This movie, you know what? If anything, this movie is made to piss you off if you're tired of superhero movies. Hey everyone, Double Toasted Live is heading to Florida for 2 back-to-back shows. Gonna be in Miami Thursday, January 20th, and then in Orlando, Friday, January 21st. Get your tickets now by going to x1entertainment.com. Super VIP and VIP tickets available right now. And when you do go to get your tickets, we have a very special discount for you for a limited time only. Type in the code DT2022 when you go to x1entertainment.com and get 15% off your ticket price. Also, check out our new merch store at tpublic.com. We have new merch and new designs available right now with many more on the way. Check them out by clicking the link in the description below. All right. Of course, we're talking about Mr. Spider-Man over here. And listen, if the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe that is, if it has taught us anything, it's taught us this. It's taught us that if you ain't Captain America or if you ain't Iron Man, don't no one give a shit about you at all. I mean, if you an Avenger, you might be part of a musical. And even then, they're gonna make you look stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
They're gonna put you behind like the Hulk. Okay, so y'all didn't have no budget. You just put me
no costume.
You just painted me green and put me in a hoodie.
Yeah.
Why? Because they didn't give a shit about you. They made Steve Rogers, Captain America, look good. Iron Man got wire work. He looks good. Oh, look at he just dancing his ass off, man.
He is.
Man.
Flipping, singing the solos.
Singing, yeah, man. Everybody just playing second fiddle to him, man. Yeah, you might get a musical or be part of a musical, but in the real world being the Marvel Cinematic Universe, people don't give a shit about who you are. Now Peter Parker is finding that out the hard way himself. Sure. That with great power comes a lot of bullshit.
That's true. Yeah, Uncle Ben never told him that part.
Uncle Ben put it nice. With great power comes a lot of responsibility. No, let your Uncle Corey tell you. Let your Uncle Martin tell you. With great power comes a lot of bullshit that you got to deal with. Hate to be the one to tell you. But yeah, man. You know, after a while, no one cares. And all that power just becomes a burden. And he's finding this out. You know, in our last adventure with old Spidey, he had just saved the world from a con man. Yeah. A super con man. Super con Not man. A super villain, a super con man. Mysterio. Just saved the world from Mysterio. Except Mysterio, as we all saw, Mysterio had one last trick up his sleeve. Wow.
The ultimate bitch move.
Well, the ultimate bitch move. I got to give him this. He's the best con man I've seen. A con up until the end.
A posthumous con. Even past his death.
Passing that fool with his dying breath, he didn't say, help me. He said, you. That's when he wasted no time with his dying breath, telling the world that Peter Parker is actually Spider-Man. And actually, he didn't even do it. Passed it off to a conspiracy nut. Yeah. James Jonah Jameson, who, again, did not waste any time getting on the internet and saying, guess who?
But that's not all, folks. Here's the real blockbuster. Brace yourselves, you might want to sit down.
Spider-Man's real. Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker.
Bitch! You! man, you're supposed to be dead.
Yeah, because when it blacks out, it's like, whew, I'm glad he died when he did.
Told the world exactly who Spider-Man was. He's Peter Parker. You know, it's funny because it's like, oh no! Now all the supervillains are gonna know who Peter Parker is, and they're gonna try to hurt all the people around him that he knows and loves. And yeah, probably, you know, that's what we always think.
Yeah.
But even a supervillain cannot f your life up like social media.
True.
In the press.
Because it's like he hasn't even been out there long enough to develop that many supervillains.
Yeah.
All his supervillains are in jail right now.
Here, his biggest foe right now is TMZ.
I mean, you think about it, his only villain at this point who's alive is the Vulture, who already knew he was Peter Parker.
Yeah. No, this fool ain't got nothing to worry about. Worry about Facebook. Worry about
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Worry about TMZ. That's what you have to worry about right there. And now suddenly being Spider-Man is a curse. Mainly because now he can't go to college. That's all he wanted to do. That's funny. Ain't that some shit? Like you have these amazing superpowers, and I tell you, if I had superpowers, I'd be like school.
Sure.
I wouldn't be trying to go back to class.
Yeah, and then you'd be like all those old broken football players who have no money.
Oh, those are mere humans, Martin. I'm a superhero.
You'd have to become a villain at some point. Like,
Yeah.
Look, I don't even want to rip you guys off, but I gotta eat.
Man.
And I had never figured out how to make a profit off of these powers.
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess it's good to have a plan B.
Yes.
Yeah, I better go to college in case these spider powers don't work out over here. Technically, and I'm not saying that we agree, but technically you are a vigilante. You did break the law, and in some areas they're saying you're a straight up terrorist.
Yeah, that nice guy Mysterio saved the world, and you killed him.
Yeah. And even though I don't believe you really did, it's just not a good look for our organization here.
Yeah.
Credit done dipped to the 300s. Oh, and if you're friends with Peter, you too.
Right.
Yeah, I saw you standing there. I read your tweets.
Yeah, wait. This picture on social media. Isn't that you with him? Yeah, no.
Yeah. His last hope, Peter's last hope is Doctor Strange. Where's Doctor Strange? I just had him up here. His last hope is Doctor Strange, who don't like him anyway.
He caught Doctor Strange on a good day. Like he was bored.
Yeah, he had nothing to do. Look at him, he's right now. God damn it, Peter! His last hope is Doctor Strange, who don't like him anyway, man. And I don't care how much he tries to act like it. There's just always this attitude. But whenever Peter's around, like, oh, you, Peter. Yeah, what do you want?
It's not undeserved.
No, it's not. No, he's just like, God damn it, this kid again.
Yeah.
He's even telling, what's Aang?
Wong.
He's like, well, I told you not to let his ass in. Juan like to f with him. Hey, not my problem. Well, if do you ever notice Juan's always going through portals?
Oh, yes, he is.
Juan's always everywhere
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
Juan ain't never at home in the Sanctum Sanctoria.
No. Wong is like, yeah, I know you thought I was going to be your butler, but I'm not doing that.
Yeah. But Doctor Strange says, even I feel bad for you now. Even I don't think you deserve all this. So he tries to make a spell that says, hey, you know what? Everyone is going to forget that you were ever Spider-Man. No one's going to remember you. And hey, you and your little friends can go to college after this. Mm-hmm. But of course, Peter can't shut up. And he messes up the spell so bad that he's pissed off villains from other dimensions. He woke people from the dead.
Peter.
Ain't that some shit when you piss somebody off so bad they came back from the dead to get you, man? Yeah.
Somebody who don't even know you.
People don't even know you, man. It's like no wonder Doctor Strange hates this kid, man. People, you've seen the trailer, you know that this is the plot for the highly anticipated Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer, which you've all seen. But hey, a refresher never hurt anybody. Let's take a look at the trailer and we'll be back with our review. You want to be as awesome as Spider-Man?
I'd like to think I am, but I'd like to be more awesome if I could be.
Well, you can't.
No.
Maybe you could be an awesome Martin, but you can't be no awesome Spider-Man. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, you got some way to make me an awesome Spider-Man?
No, I do not.
Oh,
I do not.
why are we even talking about this?
But I can help you with something that is awesome.
Okay.
Thanks to our sponsor of this segment of the show, Bespoke Post. Thing is with Bespoke Post, Martin, look, you can't be as awesome as Spider-Man. And don't worry about it, Martin. I'm pretty goddamn awesome, but I can't be as awesome as Spider-Man. But what I can give you is a box of awesome.
Okay.
Would you like that?
Sure.
Bespoke Post partners with small businesses and up-and-coming brands to bring you the most unique goods every month, man. And when I say that you can get something that fits your lifestyle, like they got all kind of things, anywhere from cocktails for those of you who like to drink,
Okay.
like I do. Also, they have clothing, and for all you outdoorsy people out there, they even have camping gear for you. Now, to show you a little something that they...
Yeah, give me an example of some of this.
So this is for barrel aging your own drinks, Martin, right here.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Now, I've already washed this out. I just haven't decided what I want to put in here. You can put bourbon, or you can put tequila in here. You can put gin. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So when you come over, now these are starting to show up in bars. So you're starting to see people actually do a little showmanship and pour you a drink from their own little barrel aged drink that they have right there at the bar. Now you don't have to go to the bar. Got it right at home. I asked for this personally. This is high quality right here. This is built very well. This has also been, don't think this is like a gimmick. This has been proven to like work very well. They have stuff to groom yourself. They have stuff to cook with. They have tote bags, for not just camping gear, but for everyday gear.
Okay, so anything a mature, sophisticated man could want.
There you go. A sophisticated person out there.
All right.
Exactly. And you're a sophisticated person, Martin.
I like to think so.
Now you can be an awesome, sophisticated person. Get your box of awesome over there. Oh, people. To get started, all you got to do is take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. And those answers, and you're not grading on them anything, or you're not getting graded. Don't worry.
I failed.
Yeah, you're not going to fail. You're not going to look stupid or anything like that. They're just grading you to see what your personality is like so that they can take your answers and see what things that you would like to have sent to you. They don't want to send you anything you don't want. And they'll give you new boxes every month across a lot of these categories that you see here. It's free to sign up, and you can skip a month or you can cancel at any time. Each box costs about $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. I can tell you right now, this right here is well over $70 in value. Go to boxofawesome.com, enter the code DoubleToasted for 20% off your first box. And I want to thank them for sponsoring this portion of the show. And as always, I want to thank you out there. Yeah, you for just being awesome. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, we people, I wish I could tell you the things that we have seen. The things that we have witnessed, Martin. I wish I could tell you, but we can't say nothing. If you look right over there, Marvel's right over there with two armed guardsmen wearing a bunch of mouse ears.
And a sniper up on the roof.
Yeah. And they are daring us to slip. They're like, you go ahead, get excited. Say something.
I don't know what the list of things that we can't talk about are. Is there one?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
It's a big list.
Okay.
Anything that hasn't been in that trailer,
okay.
Don't say.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you good?
I'm good.
All right. In other words, shut the f up is what they're saying.
Okay.
And I'm not telling you that. They're saying that to all of us.
Right.
Don't even hint
Okay.
at anything.
Okay.
But I want to, y'all. Ooh. You know, I'm about to just kill me. I don't give a no more. These people have to know. I've seen Spider-Man No Way Home. I can die. I don't care.
I don't want to because I don't like that I knew the things I knew going in.
Yeah. Well, Martin, just don't spoil nothing now because our lives depend on it.
No. Don't want to ruin the experience for anyone else.
Let me go ahead and just get the naysayers out the way because there's plenty of you out there. Let's just go ahead and talk about those people so we can get you on with your life. I don't know why you're here anyway, but let me just go ahead and say, first of all, if you're tired of superhero movies, ain't nobody sitting up here trying to tell you that Spider-Man's gonna change your mind.
No, it won't.
All right. Spider-Man's not gonna suddenly convert you into loving superhero movies. For those who think that superhero movies are ruining cinema out there, you know, all of a sudden, Spider-Man's not gonna be your superhero Lord and Savior. Okay, so ain't nobody trying to put this out here. So when you see people going crazy, don't turn your nose up at them. Don't start talking shit, because nobody cares about you. Respectfully, get on with your life and get the fuck away from me, and I will do the same. This is a superhero movie. Like, out of all the superhero movies that are out there, this is the one you don't need to be around. This is the one you don't need to be close to.
Yeah, it's one of the most superhero-y movies you could ever see.
This superhero movie you should stay away from the most. This is 9 movies and 20 years of superhero-ness in one box.
Yes.
This movie, you know what? If anything, this movie is made to piss you off if you're tired of superhero movies.
And if you're somebody who goes like, well, do I have to watch... How many other movies do I have to watch to really get this one? A lot.
Yeah. How many you ain't got time? I'll just tell you that right now.
You don't.
And yes,
and it wouldn't be a pleasurable experience.
And for those of you who are like, well, maybe if I go in and I watch it without it. No. This is one of those. Yeah, again, this is one of those things where you got to be neck deep in this.
This is not for new members.
No, not at all. In addition to this being one of the most superheroist movies out there, it's also one of the silliest ones out there. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I didn't know if you were gonna catch that.
This is goofy as hell.
Yeah.
If I haven't ever used that word goofy and meant it, I do now. At best, people, at best, this is like, and I mean this in a good way. At best, this is like, okay, you've watched cartoons. You've watched Saturday morning cartoons, and they've been crazy, they've been stupid, they've been campy, they've been goofy, but every now and then you'll see that one that's amazing. You're like, you know what? I know this is crazy, but this is the episode that you have to see. This thing is a straight up cartoon. Logistically, I'll dare use the word logistically, it's stupid. Okay, I mean, I'm just telling you. But god damn, man, there's so many, to me, I don't know how you feel about this, but to me, if you're go into it aware that you're goofy, go into it aware that some of this is stupid, and just do goofy and stupid right. And there's so many other things that they get right in here around that to me, now keep in mind, I was also drinking a large beer and a double shot of Maker's Mark.
Wow. So, oh man, I really got to hang out with you before these screenings.
I went to the bar at the movie theater, and I just said I was looking for something to eat, didn't have time to get anything to eat, so I decided to have beer for dinner.
Okay.
So maybe I'm a little tipsy as I was watching this. Maybe I was under the influence of getting this.
Okay.
But man, there are so many other things that they get right in this movie that it makes everything feel like it fits. It makes everything feel like it makes sense. There's so many well-directed and good things in here that it pulls everything else, no matter how far out it may seem. It pulls everything together. Let me just say that, first of all, this series right here has done an amazing job to me at handling Peter Parker. I love this Peter Parker. I say this movie's stupid. Really, it's Peter that's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter, for one, Peter, sure, he's a genius, but he's still a teenager. And teenagers, no matter how smart they are, they're prone to doing dumb things. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing here is that just like a teenager, they really didn't need a spell to get rid of any of this. You know what? I'm talking about Peter, but the real dumb one here is probably Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange should have told his ass no from the beginning. It's like
it'd be different if he didn't know he was a kid.
Yeah.
But he's very intimate with the fact that Peter is a kid. So him coming to ask for something, it should be like, let me have you fill out a questionnaire before I do this.
This is crazy here, because Doctor Strange should have told him no. We don't need no magic spell to take care of this. Peter had thought about it. He could have easily had handled this. And it's funny too because he's talking about my identity. No, I can't get into college. No one should know my identity. Thing is, man, everybody out there ain't using no secret identities. Maybe one or two people, but Iron Man ain't got no secret identity.
Hawkeye
ain't got no. Falcon ain't got. All those Avengers ain't got. It's a big ass green mother who's actually committed crimes, and he's still going to coffee shops.
Well,
Hawkeye's out there taking subways.
Well, as we saw in Hawkeye, there's a plaque with everybody's name on it.
Yeah. So Peter should calm his ass down. But he's a teen, and he's freaking out as teenagers do. And I kind of like that they're showing how, teenagers, yeah, they do dumb things, but really a teenager with superpowers, wow, that makes a lot of difference right there.
It also means that him being Spider-Man is not a good idea.
I think it works well, the naive teenager theme that we have here, because I think it works well the way it handles the villains this time around. Now, we know all the villains from the previous Spider-Man movies are here. Electro, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, played by Jamie Foxx, Alfred Molina, Willem Dafoe, respectively, that with this movie here, they're all doing what Spider-Man villains do. Try to kill Spider-Man.
Hello, Peter.
Damn, Peter about to let Oprah die. You get a car. It's on the ground, but you get a car. The thing with this is that with these villains that we have here, I like the theme of what they're doing because some of you might have heard this already, and it's not a spoiler, but what Peter wants to do, look, as I said, Peter he's still in high school. These people are trying to kill Spider-Man, knowing that he's Peter Parker. But Peter Parker, being a teenager, he's all fresh face, bushy tail,
Sure,
full of hope. He says, even though they're trying to kill me, they just need a hug. They need some therapy.
They're just misunderstood.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe everybody needs a hero, but these guys need a therapist.
Right.
And old Peter Parker's the one that's going to do it. His whole thing is that he wants to actually save them because, I'm not going to say too much, but going back to their own realities, well, let's just say not the best end waits for them.
Well, we all know that things don't work out for them.
Exactly. He does this after realizing they don't have the best fates out there. And so I guess out of residual guilt, knowing what maybe the other Spider-Man do out there, he says, you know what? And plus Aunt May, who's a person who's full of also wanting to save the world. He's like, I got a different way of thinking about the way I approach these villains now. And maybe just fighting them and trying to kill them is not the best thing. Now, what I like about that is that it's just a different approach. It makes things feel a little more original here, or at least a little more fresh, in that we're not getting the whole thing of villain shows up, let's fight them, and then they die, but conveniently not by the hero's hands.
Yeah, right.
Somehow they get very accident prone near the end. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. I never thought about that. With all these movies, the villains die, but somehow the hero gets to go like, it wasn't me. I wasn't the last one to touch the ball.
Always walk away clean.
It went out before I got to it.
I like that approach with this now. I think it's now, for a while it didn't make sense to me, especially with some of the stuff that we see later on that happens. I mean, it's a lot to actually really kind of wrap your mind around with this.
To justify.
Even with the superhero movie, even with a comic book movie. But as I said, there are some things that actually happened later that made it all right for me. But I'll pass this on to you right now.
No. I completely agree that was a fresh take to be hey, instead of just fisticuffs, maybe I can fix these guys. And that is a more mature way to look at it, or at least to do something that no one else has.
You already know that they're doing the thing with the multiverse, with this movie here, and they got the whole Spider-Verse thing going on that they're trying to build up. And I'll be honest with you, right here they're doing a lot of fan service because of that. And I'll tell you, man, the fan service, I'll be honest with you, it's there. It feels like this whole thing with bringing these villains back, it feels like a studio gimmick. It's kind of it just feels like something they're doing because they know that the fans would love this and it'll make a lot of money. It still feels calculated. And honestly, it felt way more natural when they did it with the animated Into the Spider-Verse.
I know it's complicated. I can teach you to be Spider-Man.
But you know what? If you're going to do fan service, if you're going to bring all this stuff in, I've said this before about some other movies, and I'll say it with this one because I've seen a lot of fan service go wrong, and a lot of people, because they're getting it, they try to justify it, and they still think it's cool. Fan service, man, unless it's done right. I don't mind it. And I told you, I don't care. And this is the point where I don't care. They keep it balanced here. If you just take an Easter egg, crack that shit, and mix it into the story and make me a nice omelet, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I mean, every so often you get a character who does something that's a callback to that's something almost a catchphrase that they said in a previous time or whatever. But otherwise, there's a lot of fan service, as you say, but it does work within the story. It's written to where, okay, this makes sense it would be here, or this would get discussed.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it'd be odd if this didn't get talked about.
Don't take an Easter egg and just crack that shit open and throw it away. Mm-hmm. Mix it in, make me a nice omelet, make me a nice breakfast, let me put some
hot sauce on it.
Give me some hot sauce to put on it, man. Let me eat it that way. Know when to throw in the right amount of fan service. Don't just do it every minute because that's what the fans want out there.
Right.
Or, hey, here's the cool idea. Know when to quit. Know when to stop so that we can do other things like, I don't know, maybe some character development.
Yeah.
Maybe tell a story.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't mind that, man.
No stopping the film to go, huh? Remember this?
Exactly.
Remember this? Oh, and for all of you who read the comics, hey, look who's over there.
You know what? You can make this as goofy as you want to. You can make it as crazy, as stupid. You can throw them Easter eggs at my face all day. You can put that fan on me and have it blow, and you can have it blow all in my face. But there are a lot of things in here where they said, what I just said, we have to tell a story. There's a lot of character engagement in this, man, that makes everything feel like, okay, I could say goofy, I could say silly, but when I see these characters being real characters, when I see them interacting so well together, when I see them being characters that I actually care about, it's no longer campy. It's no longer kitsch. It's no longer silly. At this point, I can say, well, that's this world, man. I accept this world for what it is. Because why? Because I relate to these goddamn characters here. That's why. Because I care for these characters right here. Because these characters work well together, whether they're being comical or whether it's being dramatic. These characters actually make me laugh and make me almost want to cry. And I love that, man. And there are a lot of scenes in this movie where they do that.
So, how did the bad guys get here?
Get on your phones.
Scour the internet and Scooby-Doo this.
You're telling us what to do, even though all this is kind of...
See, that's what I'm talking about, those teenagers right there. They're about to destroy multiple dimensions and still mouthing off talking shit.
Yeah, he should just open a portal under her.
He's looking like, bitch, I will zap you right now.
I'm really surprised he didn't say, so get on your f***ing phones.
Yeah, exactly. And get the f*** out my house, by the way. He's like, you don't understand. I could put you on the moon right now.
This is all happened because I tried to help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, sort of your fault. What? I'm sorry, what was that?
He's looking like, Peter, you better get your bitch. Do something before I do. Do something. Hey, you know me, man. I'll have her float between Inception buildings and shit. You better get her before I say something. For the comics that I did read, this is one of the things I always loved about Marvel, man. I always loved that these heroes, that's why it took place in New York, because people just, you get used to anything in New York. And that's why you get all these people taking subways and whatnot.
Right.
Like, I love this world, man. And this is why I think that I can accept like these just absurd, almost absurd situations. These people know that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. And once that sets, and it's almost like the world today. We are such a fast-paced internet, social media world. Like 24 hours later, it don't mean shit to anybody. Mm-hmm. And within this world, people know that Peter Parker is Peter Parker. He's still broke. He's still trying to get into college, people like he goes to talk to grown-ups about like college advisors and everything, and they're still like, yeah, Peter, how's that Spider-Man thing working out for you?
Right.
Yeah, no one like Mary MJ, not Mary Jane, she's not Mary. MJ still works at a coffee shop, man, and the boss could give a shit less that she's dicking down Spider-Man. Right. She doesn't care, and I love that, man. I love that, everybody's used to heroes, gods, magic, aliens. To me, it makes sense. Before I would have said, because years ago I said, how are you going to do this? And now they've done it, man. And they've captured the spirit of the comics more than ever at this point. And as I said, they took some of the most outrageous Saturday morning cartoons that I watched and made a movie out of it where I was like, wow, I'm taking this seriously.
They captured the cynicism of the world and New York specifically.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, they have, man. You can sit up here and laugh at these characters all day, but really, as I said, it doesn't mean anything if you don't feel for them. And I'm not talking about laughing at them. That's not a feeling. I'm talking about you are emotionally invested in them. And there are some things that happen here, man, where this movie gets dark. And they do something in here that I thought they would never do. And it's one of the best dramatic moments in these series of movies here. And actually they handle something in this movie better than I've seen straight dramas do. They actually found a way to get around the cliches of certain situations. There is a great balance of the comic book stuff, the fantastical stuff, but also I was amazed at how they could handle the comedy. We know is going to be there. Marvel's, they laughing all day, but
I know.
they got jokes all day. But I was really, you want to talk about be amazed. I was completely blown away by the way they handle a lot of the drama in this. Drama in a Spider-Man movie.
This doesn't even give you a clue as to the level of drama that's going to happen.
And these kids here, and when I say I love these characters, I mean these kids, hey, look, they might be snotty teenagers, and they're not really that bad, but they, Tom Holland, Zendaya, is that how you say it? Zendaya?
Yeah.
And what is it?
Jacob Batalon.
All of them, they work so well together. They work completely. So, I mean, this is years of them building chemistry, and it shows, man. They work so well together. I love those scenes with them together. And you actually get a lot of scenes with them just being normal people. Even though everybody knows Peter Parker's Spider-Man, there's so many just normal scenes with these people. And I think that's kind of cool that they've normalized superheroes now, because that really does give them a chance to stop, cut out all the fighting and everything, and just be human for a moment. And that works for this movie. I think I love what they were doing here, man. But I can tell he don't agree with me too much. He's like, I feel you, but I'm just not on your level. And I know this because I can tell when you get quiet. You say, man, because I don't care if you don't like it, Martin. I love this shit, Martin, okay? I love this, Martin. I love it. I love it. I just want you to know. But Martin, I love you too, okay? And I'm willing to accept you for whatever opinion you have of this. There's no anger here.
None?
No, none.
Okay, cool.
You speak your mind, man. Don't you? You feel
tell my truth.
You feel comfortable around. Tell your truth. Yeah, speak your truth. You feel comfortable around me, okay? You be you.
Okay.
Don't worry about me.
Okay.
I love this shit, but don't worry about me.
Okay, good. This movie's all right. I'm playing. In all honesty, I like this movie a lot. For all the reasons you named. I just didn't quite love it. And here's the thing. It's two things. One is that from where we left off at the end of the second Spider-Man, when his identity being revealed, that was just such a, oh shit, the implications here. Oh my God, what's going to happen? And they kind of resolved that in 10 minutes. And it's not even like a big deal. It was like, oh, I get it. Yeah, okay. It seemed like that was, all the years I thought about this was weighing heavy on me. And they were like, my other problem is that it's like you said, a lot of jokes, lots and lots of jokes. They bring the jokes. And I just found the humor across the board to be mid-level. not painfully unfunny, just kind of chuckles. And for the first hour, that's all there is. It's just lights, and it's a cartoon and it's jokes. And then at the hour mark, everything shifted. I just noticed. I looked at my watch where not even the heaviest stuff happened, but something, just the tone of the real tone, like the real mission statement of what this movie was about. And then I was like, oh shit, wow, they really set me up, because I was just like, all right, well, this will just be fun and something that the fans will enjoy, give them what they want. But then I was like,
by the way, no spoilers. Somebody was taught to put up spoilers from this point on. We're not no spoilers in here. No spoilers. We can't even say spoilers.
No, not even going to drop any spoilers. It's just that it became, okay, this is what the real mission is. And then I was like, all right, this is actually kind of this is like we said before, it's mature, it's fresh, it's also kind of intense. Once the drama started kicking in, I was like, you know what? I might not have been liking the jokes all that much and the humor, but the drama is real, and it's got gravity, and it helped me for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I tell you why I loved it all, because, and listen, I'm right there with you. Like I said, man, this whole thing with having those heroes in there, the villains, it's very transparent. It's almost like they're working with too much, and I can almost feel it. And I'll tell you why it's still justifiable to me, though. I didn't mind the jokey part. I didn't mind the humor, because that's what Spider-Man, Spider-Man is usually very comical, very lighthearted sometimes, and also very tragic, too.
Oh, no, absolutely. It wasn't so much that I minded that there was humor. I minded that there was so much humor and it wasn't better.
Yeah. No, I figured that it would pick up. And this is why I love this, man, because it captures for me the feeling of Spider-Man. It captures what everybody, the lighthearted Spider-Man that everybody's used to. But in the middle, it reminds people, this fool is hurting.
Yeah.
This boy he's carried a lot of heartache inside of him. And this movie reaches what was missing from some of these other movies.
Well, I was also
high emotional stakes, man.
Yes, because the first hour of it felt like there were no stakes. And I was just like, is this all there's going to be? And then right at that hour mark, stakes start getting introduced, and they just keep on coming. This is goddamn Spider-Man right here.
Yeah, people. No, we needed some darkness in this boy's life.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but the reason why Spider-Man, this version of Peter Parker, the reason why he's going around making all these goddamn mistakes, the reason why he's going around asking for all these little trivial favors and everything is because he ain't had it hard yet. This movie gave it to his ass hard. This movie came in and messed his life up. And that happens with Spider-Man. There's a lot of fun, lighthearted Spider-Man's book, but let's not forget that Spider-Man was founded on heartache, on darkness.
Yep, born in tragedy.
Let's not forget that Spider-Man actually is always going around mourning about something. Yet that fool, he needs therapy.
Yeah, because I was just like, okay, these movies have been fun, but it's really almost like a trust fund baby who's been handed everything. Like, wait, who wouldn't want to be Spider-Man if Tony Stark gave you a magic suit that could do everything, and you already had powers on top of that? And hey, you got a hot aunt that takes care of you, and everybody knows you. And
you got lucky and got a girlfriend that's out of your league, by the way.
Twice.
Probably wouldn't even have that if you want Spider-Man. She'd drop your ass in a week. And that's why I'm glad, because everybody's going to, well, not everybody, a lot of people, they love this too, but everybody's talking about, why did Doctor Strange even help this boy? I don't know why. Maybe he knew something we didn't know. I felt like it's because he felt that sorry for him, and he saw like the whole world is on this kid. Let me just go ahead and give him a favor. But really, no matter what happened, he needed Doctor Strange to do this, because Doctor Strange needed to come in and just fuck his life up, man, so he would realize.
I feel like this movie doesn't paint Doctor Strange in the best light.
Well, I ain't even counting the side characters here. I would tell you this still is a Marvel movie. Yeah. You're talking about characters and darkness and all that, but I came here to have some fun too. Shit, I want to see the Spider-Boy cry all day. Thing is that the action is very good, man. I think the action is some of the greatest out of the series here, because they're trying to handle a lot with this. this movie here, and it could easily be confusing with the number of characters that we have on screen. But they stage it very well, and they keep it moving. They keep the action going. It's very ambitious. Also,
They do. I tell you, watching it, I was still like, I feel like Sam Raimi's team handled it just a little bit better.
I felt like it was on par with Sam Raimi's team, and plus they did a lot more ambitious things here. I mean, and okay, so imagine taking the Spider-Man scenes, even the Sam Raimi ones, combined with all that, all that twisty building thing that Doctor Strange does, and with a little dash of Inception that you have here.
Oh, no. When they get to the Doctor Strange stuff, that's beyond incredible.
That stuff right there, people, that's a great combination.
Yeah, you look at all that, and you look back at Inception, you're like, psh, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, we were first, bitch. That's say about that. No, I'm not even counting the side characters that they have. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff. There's probably too much going on here, but I think that this works because this does what I feel that Spider-Man 3. No, I ain't trying to talk about Spider because I know you like. I ain't trying to pull no shit between us.
It's
no,
fine.
I'm not. It's just,
it's fine.
But the only thing is I talked about this the other day. I said Spider-Man 3 did not work because for me. Because Spider-Man 3 had too many villains, and it wasn't a matter of having too many villains in it.
We have some new information. This is your uncle's actual killer. We lost his trail 2 days ago.
You start bringing in Venom, you got Sandman, and then you got the, Harry Osborn. It's not that they had too many villains, it's that I don't think they knew what to do with them well. This is just on the cusp of probably having too much going on, but it gives all the villains in here a purpose, because there's a point where shit got so comical, I was like, okay, now this is turning to a Full House.
Yeah, well, a couple of them, they kind of sidelined for a while. You almost don't notice it, but they just kind of they quietly move them off the board.
But you can move them. You don't have to see them for a while, because there's a moment in here, it's starting to feel like the real world right.
The MTV's the real world.
Yeah, sitcom.
Or Big Brother, and they all in the house together.
Everybody's in the same house. And okay, all right, now this is getting ridiculous here. But after a while, what happens is that they give all of these heroes, they give them purpose. Even if it's not them creating their own purpose. What's that?
All the villains.
I'm sorry, all the villains.
Yeah,
they give all the villains purpose, even if they're not creating their own purpose.
Yeah.
They have purpose. All of them have an arc that is there waiting for them to reach. So that's why that works so well, man. If you just give it a moment, it's a 2.5 hour movie, and I can definitely say that it does not slow down at all. Right. This keeps going. I did not feel one moment where it got dull because I had to piss bad.
After drinking all that beer and whiskey. What do you think was going to happen?
I had a big ass pint of, more than a pint of beer, and I had like a double of whiskey, and I'm sitting up there drinking, and I was about to peel myself,
you
man.
Peed back in that beer glass.
Nobody would have been able to tell the difference, except for the guy was like,
"Did you just pee in that?" No.
No, man, it's beer. You want a sip? No, I am the villain. No, I was waiting for a moment. I said, when the moment this drops, the moment it gets dull, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
There is no such moment.
I was even sitting up there, man, get boring. Shit. Gotta go. But yeah, man, it didn't get there for me, man. It didn't get there at all for me. And it was mainly because the pacing is great. And really, out of all the things that happened here, the emotional stakes are what really kept me engaged after a while, man. Because I was enjoying it. But I said, I'm like you. I am like you. I said, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. But it's starting to plateau at a certain point. Now we can just actually, do something different.
Well, like I said, his identity coming out just wasn't the big bombshell that at least I felt like it should have been. Especially the way it was, it left us hanging. But also there's so many things that were just so convenient. Like just what they do with the nanotechnology with the suit, like, it's just no big thing, and it can do anything. And what they're trying to accomplish, we're going to try to accomplish this, and we just said we're going to do it, and it's just done. And I was like, with that first hour, there's so much of that where I was like, if we could pull back on the jokes and take some things, I would like. There was other things later that I really would have liked to see stretched out and developed.
Okay, I will give you this. When I say Saturday morning cartoon, now you hit it right there. It's just things. You have things that do things because here, we gotta fix this situation. Well, luckily we have a box that can do any thing.
Yeah.
No explanation.
No explanation.
No, it's just, hey, we got the anything box.
Yeah.
That's it, y'all.
Yeah, that really is it.
Hey.
That's something like the Cat in the Hat would walk into your house. You there too.
That fucking box has been sitting there for months. And ain't nobody touched it to solve any problem.
A box that can solve any problem has just been sitting collecting dust in a closet. For months.
It's like the internet of problems.
Yeah.
You just type in your problem. Got the answer right. People, we're talking about not days, not weeks, not hours. We're talking about in minutes. And they got the nerve to show people actually pulling up pieces of paper. You know, they always do that shit where they get a pen and shit, and they always do that shit where they, to make it look important, they always, and they don't ever put on a desk because the camera can't get it. They always got them writing on the wall. They always do this shit.
Hey, where are you working on? I'm working on science.
Yeah, it's science.
We're all working on science.
They always do this shit. Like, you're doing formulas.
Right.
Which you're not going to use because all you got to do is type in your problem in this box of anything and it happens.
Yeah.
And my line, they do it in minutes. They type something into the box, and not only does it tell them what to do, it creates matter. It somehow has a 3D printer attached to it, a fabricator, they call it. That's like a replicator on Star Trek. It is like, okay, goddamn it, Tony Stark ain't that smart.
Exactly.
Okay, come on, man.
And even if he is, what time does he have to just make these things? Like he just franchised out do-it-yourself kits on those.
It's like, come on, because y'all know how cartoons were. We're just kind of like, oh, we got the smart box.
Yeah, like they go like, well, listen, nobody smart is actually watching these things, so we can just say whatever we want.
It's like whenever they needed a solution, like to battle, like whenever a villain needed to battle a superhero, it's like, well, I'll just make a formula.
Yeah.
I'll just pour some green and some yellow with some purple. It'll smoke. I'll drink it.
Honestly, that fabricator was no different than when the cartoon we watched where Spiderman made a boat out of his webbing.
If you take this as the best episode of a cool Saturday morning cartoon. That's the one that there was always a Saturday morning cartoon that you watched and it was dumb and nobody gave a shit about it. But every now and then, like your mom might catch you watching and she's like, whoa, what's happening here? She might sit down, or your brother might sit down and watch it with you. Take it as that really cool special issue of a comic book or that graphic novel that was really cool. Take it as that. But also, as I said, there are things in here that I almost feel like it's too good to be in a movie like this. Especially when they get to the dramatic stuff, man. It's that stuff that happens with the characters that made me just say, you know what, I can take it or leave it with the really crazy comic book stuff, but they handled the characters here so well.
Sure.
And keep in mind that we're talking about what we can tell you. We can't even tell you like the majority of what this movie is. We haven't even touched the surface on.
No.
So if y'all been worried about spoilers, if y'all been sitting up and talking about, I knew it. I knew they'd tell me shit that I didn't want to hear. No, well, first of all, you had no business sitting your ass in the first place. But second of all, we did not.
No, we didn't.
Trust me.
Yeah, there's so much we could say.
There's about 2/3 of this movie that we didn't even touch on. And when you see that, all that stuff was what really blew me away too. And a lot of it is kind of fan service stuff. But it was
in the best way.
In the best way. But I had really, the key word here is fun. I had so much fun watching this. And that's all they're really asking for, man. This is a full price for me, man. I have to be with you on that some of the explanations for things were lazy. They were just doing things to push the story along. But really, like I said, man, I had a great time. Yeah, it's a full price.
I had a great time too. Like I said, mostly. I had the first hour of it really was kind of a quasi letdown for me, and the thing is, everything after that was so good. It really makes me think back to that first hour and go, damn, if there was less of you, there could have been so much more of the stuff that I really, really did enjoy. It delivers on what it promised and the stuff you want, and it makes it sad that so much has leaked, because to be surprised would be really enchanting.
I know fuck going off the grid because the government's watching you. Go off the grid so you don't get no spoilers from this.
One thing I will say also, and I'm only mentioning him because we see him in the trailer, didn't care for Jamie Foxx so much.
You know what?
I thought he was weak. Like, he kept trying to deliver his lines and punchlines. I was like, and he's a comedian. I don't get it. Why this?
Yeah, he was the weakest out of all the villains in here. I agree with you on that too. Nah, Jamie Foxx. I thought Jamie Foxx got better. I thought he got way better as it went along. But when he first came in, his delivery was
toward the end it got a little bit better, but it was still like, But like I said, it's a super enjoyable movie. For me, it's more of a super high matinee. So much toward the end of this movie, and I guess it's like post-movie, like post-credits, all that, Sony just wanted you to know that this was their movie. They had their logo all over it like never before.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. You look,
they were like, "This is us." Marvel, sure, they might have made it, but this is our movie.
Yeah, Sony's starting to, Sony's starting to feel themselves now.
They are. They really are.
Sony's starting to say, shit, we can call the shots now.
I know.
We got your most popular character.
Yeah, and that first post-credit scene, I'm not going to say what it is. I'm going to say I hated it. And you go like, well, it's obvious because of, what it is. But also I was like, in the context of what they set up, it doesn't even make sense that this would be here.
In a way, that it's Marvel pulling the flex back.
You think so?
Yeah, in a way. It's almost like
I ain't talking about the one at the end. I'm talking about the one the mid-credit scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's Marvel pulling the flex on them. I can't say why, but
okay.
Yeah, Yeah, well, Martin, they all can't be Spider-Man 3, Martin. I know. Martin, like, look, I know that is
Such
cheap.
A cheap shot.
That is cheap. People, go see the movie. You'll love it.
You will love it. You
love it.
You absolutely love it.
Go see it with a crowd. This is the first movie that I've said risk COVID.
It is. It is the best of the of Marvel. Stage 4, Phase 4 movies. I like it almost as much as I liked the first with the Homecoming.
People, this is the movie to go see with the crowd of people. I'm there with a bunch of critics tonight, and these critics, we like watching movies with critics because they don't act a fool.
Yeah.
And usually, when they do start acting a fool and clapping, I'm like, nerds. But tonight they were clapping, and I said, man,
you were with them.
I was like, yes! Yes! Man, I was with them. I'm going to see this again so I can be with more nerds and nerd the out. Yes, people, I cannot wait.
Oh, you got your $5,000?
Oh, what? Yeah, man. Shit, 5. They charged me 10 on eBay. And tonight, I have to say, it's going to be worth it. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts.